Hey Scott, hey everyone else, welcome back to Full Running Shoes. This week has been a bit of an easier week for me, not necessarily because that's what I planned. Like I know Scott, you've been planning all your rest weeks in, and that's been really cool to see and how it's helped you just be fresh and energized. Um, I didn't necessarily plan in a rest week, not that it was too much lighter than previous weeks, but yeah, I just realized I was feeling a little bit tired or a bit sore even, and so decided to pull it back a bit, just take it easy, maybe not run as far or as fast as I'd originally expected. And I think it was really helpful. I was pretty happy still with the mileage, so I still got 40 Ks in. So that's a decent amount for me, which is good. And actually felt pretty fresh by the end of the week. I think it was really helpful that I didn't just push myself and make myself even more sore for the next week ahead. So I think next week I'll be in a good spot. But the reason why I was feeling a bit sore, feeling a bit tired, was because I went to Adelaide this week. So I actually did a run in Adelaide. Check out these clips, just running around some of the sort of south side of the city. Yeah, it was really nice. Just running through some of the parks there. The whole city is surrounded by parks. I know you've been there, Scott, but I've never been there before, so it was cool to just explore a little bit. I didn't get to see too much. Unfortunately, there was a lot of sort of maintenance happening around the park, so it wasn't as pretty as it could have been, but it was still really nice and really good to get out for a run. I just really enjoyed that morning one. I was intending to get out for a second run, but that didn't happen because in the evening of that run on Wednesday, I went bouldering with some of the guys. I was over there for work, but yeah, I went bouldering in the evening after work finished. And that's the first time I've ever done that, and far out, I was sore. The next few days, like particularly in my forearms, I don't know if I climbed too much or whether it's just because I'm not used to it or what, but I was pretty tired and sore. And also I just didn't have time really in the last day. I thought I would have time, but I didn't end up having time to go for a run. So anyway, I just didn't get there for one of my runs. And actually, yeah, feeling really sore, like mainly in the upper body, but even like the core, actually, I think was probably the main thing that affected my running. Like my core was really sore from the climbing. And then when I went for a run, I could really feel that. So it wasn't that bad. I could still run, but yeah, I was pretty sore. And with work, did heaps of walking. I think I like did probably 10,000 steps ish and extra some days. I think I did like 18,000 steps on the Wednesday that I went for a run. Yeah, just a lot of walking, and I think that actually made my legs pretty like heavy and tired by the end of the week. So I got back to Melbourne on Friday, went for a interval run. It was sort of like ramped up from last time I did an interval run, so it was a 4x1 mile at like 4 minutes per kilometer for the on mile, which is pretty hard. And to be honest, I don't know if I could even do it if I was fresh, but I think it was mainly because I was pretty tired from the week that I felt like I couldn't really hold that pace for more than two intervals. I did the first two at 4 minutes per kilometer, and then the last two I just sort of slowed down to like 4:30 per kilometer, which is still above race pace for me for the half marathon, which is really ideal that I'm doing intervals faster than race pace, so that when I actually do race the half marathon, it feels like a slow pace rather than like I'm pushing for it. Because yeah, you want to feel almost easy when you're going for such a long distance. So yeah, no, I'm feeling good about that. But yeah, went for a park run. It was still pretty fast, so I did like a 20-second park run with the pram, and then I went for another like sort of extended run after that for like 6Ks. So yeah, it all sort of added up. And then I was supposed to do on Sunday my 20K sort of progression run, like each 5Ks getting faster and faster and faster, and going above even race pace for the half marathon towards the end. But yeah, I started that run off. I was hitting my paces all right for the first 5Ks, and then after that I was just like, I don't really want to keep going with it. So I pulled it back, just finished the 10Ks off and took it easy for that even. And yeah, that was that. I actually got Shelby, my wife, to come and rescue me from that run. It wasn't like I couldn't have finished it, but I just was like, I just want to go home. It wasn't too hard for her to pick me up, so I got her to pick me up. But yeah, So that's been my week. It's been fairly restful towards the end, especially, and I think it'll help me to hit the week ahead in good stead. And yeah, like it's very close now to the actual half marathon race. I think I've only got 3 weeks of training left, which will go quickly. And I know the last couple of weeks you can't really add much more fitness, so I'm thinking, oh, I'll have to figure out when I'm starting to taper and if I'm even going to bother. But I've got actually another event that I signed up for. I signed up for Wings for Life, which is, I'll tell you more about that in the future, but that's the week after my half marathon, and it'll probably be a harder race than the half marathon even. So yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to taper off too early because I want to still be hitting good times for the week ahead, the week after my half marathon. But anyway, yeah, no, it's going well. I'm just trying to figure out what the next few weeks look like. And ultimately, I'm going to be prioritizing rest, I think, in the next few weeks. Probably next week will be still a hard week. And then maybe the 2 weeks before, at least 1 week before, it'll be a little bit easier. Trying to hit the race day less fatigued. But yeah, going well. And Scott, I really enjoyed your video about running in the mornings. I miss running in the mornings, to be honest. I don't get to do it too much. I can do it on the weekends and on days that I'm not working, so that's nice. But yeah, just with getting ready for work and looking after the girls, it's just, yeah, it doesn't really work for me to go for a run before work, before I have to travel for work. Pretty much impossible, really. Like, I can't even get up earlier. It's not like I can get up at, like, maybe I could get up at like 4 a.m. or something, and like, hopefully the girls don't wake up until like 6, and I can get a decent amount of running in that time. Like, that's probably possible, but it's just not really realistic. So yeah, oh well. One day I'll get back to it, and it's cool that you're getting into it, Scott. I think, yeah, it is a really good way to start the day. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks for joining me in this one, and make sure you check out Scott's on Tuesday, and I'll see you on Thursday next week. All right, catch you guys.